Alright, so now we're recording. What's up, everyone watching this live? What's up, everyone who is watching this after the fact? So we have 100% for the homework. For homework number 9 is going to be D. Miles, Casual Pete, No Whammies, Pierre, Chancellor Lucums, Imagine Ching, Tat Tuk, Durham Dad, Beer Drinker, Agent Penguin, Sushi, Dr. Daka, Dr. Jalexi, Dan C, Janeo, LL, Nikki, Freight Train, Scotus, McDingle, Ebon, Achilles, Investing Noob, The Dutch, Kika, TNT, Big Daddy, NHM, Dean, and Boosted. So congratulations to all of you. You've gotten 5 raffle tickets. Now, the homework I'm not going to really go over. I think everyone just got 100%. There's one person who missed a couple of them, but they didn't even put their name in there. So I'm not even bother going over the questions because if you did the homework, you did get them correct. I try to make these ones kind of basic because I know that the point of this week is more so just getting information down as opposed to doing homework and trying to trick you guys with the trick question in there, like I usually do with the trading psychology and the Discord overview. But this is more so just about getting some information out there about investing.com, about Webull, Robinhood. So congratulations to all these people getting 5 tickets. The question for that homework was, which trading site do you use or enjoy the most? Boosted said, I personally like Investopedia.com the most. My reasoning for this is the abundance of information that can be found there. Many times we find ourselves reading through our Discord and come across some kind of terminology that we don't understand, and Investopedia.com makes it extremely useful or easy for us to go over there and search to get a clear understanding. So yeah, I agree 100% with Boosted. I personally like Investopedia.com just to kind of look up things that you might see someone talking about let's say reverse split. You know what that means. You can look it up on Investopedia.com. They have a really good search engine for trading in general. Agent Penguin says Investopedia, the dictionary is clear and concise, but even then it takes several times of reading paired with some YouTube explanations, visuals to understand the concept. That's also really true. Like honestly, sometimes I'll look something up and I'll be like, I get a quarter. I understand like a quarter of what it meant. So you have to watch a YouTube video or just maybe even ask someone in PBU. We have a bunch of great PBU guides. We got Matster and Pookie's Revenge and a whole bunch of other great people. So you can definitely ask us if you don't understand something that is in Investopedia.com. Shushi says, Webull for charts since I'm already there. Investopedia when I can look something up. Investing.com for quick looks at what the markets are doing. So it's good to be able to have a good arsenal. So they use Webull, Investopedia, and Investing.com all for different types of things. So it's good to kind of know which area, which website or which app or whatever tool you might be using. It's good to figure out like what you like to use those individual ones for. And it's good to have a bunch of them in your arsenal, which is why we went over so many on Tuesday's class. So 100% for the homework for the homework number 10. Also getting 5 raffle tickets are all listed right here. So a bunch of pretty much all the same people. So everyone who did the homework, I believe, also for this one got 100%. This one we were going over Webull and Robinhood and the differences. If anyone has any questions on the homework questions, they were a little bit on the easier side. I think 99% of the people got them correct. So you can definitely DM me if you have any questions on the actual homework. And then the question was, which trading broker do you use? Usually between Robinhood and Webull, although those are the ones we were going over. A lot of people also use like Ameritrade. Dr. says both actually. Really, I use Robinhood for options and the longer holds for dividends or retirement swings, and then Webull for a couple options, but mostly swing plays. That's really smart, I think, because like we went over as far as Robinhood goes. The options is pretty clear and concise how to use them. And with options trading, you can't trade during pre-market or after hours anyway, so it's okay to trade on Robinhood with options. Whereas, or even like long holds or dividends or retirement swings, because you don't really have to worry about having to sell during pre-market or after hours. Whereas Webull is good for the swings and more volatile plays, because Webull you can trade between 4 a.m. Eastern Time Zone and 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, whereas Robinhood is a little more on the limited side. No Whammy says Webull, better hours of operation, charts seem to be more accurate and up to speed, more versatile, and offers more for the more experienced trader. And then Nikki says, I use both Robinhood and Webull because when I first started, I preferred the user friendliness of Robinhood. As I grew as a trader, I began to understand why it was important to learn how to use Webull as well as to get access to full trading hours and unlimited day trades. So those are both correct. The charts, honestly, for Webull there's just no comparison between Webull and Robinhood charts. So if you want to start getting into charting, definitely check out our charting classes, which are coming up in a couple weeks. And we will be going over Webull charts in particular. So that's Nikki, No Whammies, and Dr. getting 5 raffle tickets each. And it's almost 3:30, so Eddie is almost up. I'll be recording. He's going to be going over one of the sites that we went over on Tuesday, investing.com.
I am not.
No, he's not.
Okay, fine, I will. Fine.
Or which one did you want to go over? It could be any of them.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'd rather you push people this type of site versus like a FinViz anyway, honestly.
Right.
Because I think this is simpler, more diverse information, great app. I don't even think the other one has an app, by the way.
Which one, FinViz?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is either.
I think this is better for everybody.
I just realized my mic was like disconnected during a quarter of that.
You sound like you're in a Coke bottle. You know what I mean?
I'm using the mic now. Before it was only picking
better.
up the webcam mic. Now I plugged in the actual mic. I didn't realize it wasn't plugged in.
Okay. I'm not using my expensive mic. I'm actually using my old iPhone headphones I plugged it right into the computer. Okay, give me a second now. Oh my god, I just had to sneeze. I'd have to do another one. Alright, are you done with your your end?
We did our thing, all the homework.
All right. I don't get like a really nice introduction or anything.
You're the one who does the radio introduction.
Wait, I'm not going to introduce myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, penny boys and gals of all ages, up next is Fast Eddie going over I'm not quite sure, apparently. I thought it was the best .com. I could be wrong.
Thank you, What the Duck, for such a nice, warm welcome and introduction. I'm honored to be here this afternoon. Okay, first of all, for my peeps in the house, all of the Penny Boy Ducklings, what's up? You can type to me in live stream chat, which you probably already know. If you hear me clearly, say what's up. Tell me how much you love me. Tell me how happy you are to be here with me and Duck today. All right. J-Wag. I love Vika's name. It's so crazy pants.
Who did that? Is that you or Austin? Or
God, there's so much I want to talk about with the Penny Boys peeps, with PBU peeps.
PB peeps.
So I want to do another session when there also is. I want to fill it like packed house. Like I'm not going to do it unless it's like packed house. But like I want to share more strategy and just add on to what you teach and like help people kind of put things in perspective and have kind of more of a clear mind, because I've just been talking to so many people and it's just amazing, obviously how different everybody is in their perspective and everything. And then when I talk to them, and it's it seems to help people. So me and us, we're all about helping everybody. Like that's our goal and why I do this and why you do this. So definitely want to do more of these. But today we are going to go over, just to show you kind of like, some of the free tools that are available to you. I did this last week, and Duck thought it would be good for me to come on in and hang out with you guys and do this, which I'm happy to. Every platform has different tools, right? And some of them have pros and cons. You have Webull and Robinhood and TD Ameritrade and Merrill Edge, which is Merrill Lynch. You have so many platforms, right? And then like some of them are easier than others and all different things. And a lot of them come with tools for research and for watch lists and yeah, Genio, sink or swim. That's funny. Um, that are available to you. But one thing I like to do is I don't like to just go by my one point of reference. In other words, I trade on a professional platform, and and basically sometimes that data, bad internet connection or the actual platform itself can have a watch list, and you could pull up a stock price sitting there and looking at it, whatever, and you think that's what it is, and sometimes it's not. So I like to have multiple places to confirm that that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's have a nice warm welcome for Mr. Big Quench in the house. Austin is here. So he's such a sneaky bastard. Like he thinks he could just join our little party, our Penny Boys University party, and just like not say anything and be here. It's really messed up. There he is. I think so. He's so damn sneaky, Austin.
Don't you worry about
Listen, D Miles told me specifically that he did not send you an invite, so we're not sure why you're here. Something we can help you with.
Yeah.
D Miles, dude, you told me that you didn't tell him about this. I don't know why, dude. You leaked the information.
You weren't even hanging out with us the other day, dude, so you wouldn't know.
All right, let's see. So,
Go ahead. I'm contemplating writing a book right now. I was just listening.
Okay, that's good because Doc is recording this. So anyway, you like to get things from multiple sources to confirm that my prices are correlating properly. Additionally, I like, to get my news sources not from one place, right? Because research and information can be different depending where you go. So it's kind of like when I first started trading and I wanted to learn what a trailing stop order was, I didn't just go to one place. I went to multiple places and read it because they all kind of give you a different spin on how they describe it, which will eventually help you maybe learn it a better way or understand it a better way. That's funny, Janio. Yeah, D Miles, you're hopeless. You're helpless, not hopeless. You're helpless right now. And I would feel nervous being stalked by Big Quench. She's quite a dangerous character. So, Doc wanted me to go over something I went over last week, and that just to show you a website on how you can kind of like get some information and have some tools and things in a separate place other than your platform. So let me try and screen share and see if I can do this successfully without having an issue. Share your screen. Screen. No, I don't want the entire screen. Cancel. Let's give this a shot. All right. Just let me know in live stream chat if you guys can see this webpage. Investing.com. It might take a second to come up. Let me close another background page. Who can see it?
I can see it.
Click on, you can see it.
I can see it.
All right. Tell people they just have to click on my name, right?
Yeah, I had to click on Dad's house and then it'll show all the screens and you'll see one that says start stream.
Okay, so click on Dad's house and show all the screens and then say hit watch. I think watch stream.
Just keep clicking stuff until it works.
I'm used to doing the streams, not watching the streams. So I don't know. There it is. I like Natashi's name. It's so exotic. It's like Natasha, but it's cooler. It's Natashi or Natachi.
Like they have like a little.
I feel like it could be like French or like Japanese. French would be like Natashi. Japanese would be Natachi. Tashi. That's your nickname. So is it Natashi?
Yes.
So here we are. Does this make it bigger or smaller if I go like that?
Bigger, wider.
She said. Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And don't be fresh. All right, cool. So here's a free website, right? And you can go and register and create an account for free. There's a paid version, but you don't need to. So you just create a free account, put your email in, and also download the app because the app is great. Um, and so let's just kind of go through what you can do here and why it's good to have it. Because once you do it all on your desktop, you can also see everything you did on your phone and get alerts and all kinds of goodies. Um, I don't think there's a dark mode, unfortunately. But let's start over here. I'll just give you a quick overview. I'm not going to get into too much detail, so we can go quickly. Highlight over the markets tab. So, I've seen people say, well, how do you get futures or where do you see futures? So indices, right? And then you have like indices futures. So that's where you want to go. Click on that puppy and you get real-time stock indices futures. Okay. And then a lot of times there's a window over here that has like some futures and things going on. But you might ask yourself, okay, so let me just tell you what this is. US 30 futures is the Dow, okay? US 500 is the NASDAQ. I'm sorry, my apologies, is the S&P 500. And US Tech 100 is the NASDAQ, okay? So if you look over here and you ask yourself, why is Dow Jones at 26,767 right now? And I'm looking at my other platform to make sure that it correlates, which it does. It's actually lifetime feed. And then why is it over here 654? Right?
26.
Because there's something called futures trading, and futures trading is different than the actual lifetime price. All right. So who can tell me really quickly on the Dow Jones industrial average, how many stocks are comprised of in this index? To give it this number, Big Daddy M, that is correct. 30. And are all the stocks in the Dow Jones Industrial weighted the same? In other words, are all the stocks even correct? They're not all evenly weighted. Some are weighted more than others, right? And how many in the NASDAQ? 100, correct. How many in S&P? Okay, so which index, correct, 500, which index out of the three do big investors and financial institutions and financial advisors like the best to get a real feel for the market? So Dow and S&P are the answers. The answer is S&P 500 because it is a collection of more stocks, so you get a bigger picture. A lot of people actually don't like the Dow because it's only 30 companies that they're trying to give you a picture of how the market is doing. And for me, that's not enough, and that's why I like the S&P. Now, the Nasdaq 100 is comprised mostly of what type of stocks, what sector? Damn, Big Daddy is on top of it, son. That's right, the technology sector. That's right, Janio. So anyway, this is the place that you can get futures. It's great that it's here. There's a lot more here. Now you say, I want to see what's moving in the markets in the morning, pre-market, like what's going on now. So you can go to stocks. You can do your own stock screener. Like we have complex stock screeners. People don't realize, but the Penny Boys team is actually over 20 people now. There's a lot of people that work in the background doing a lot of things. And so, we have like our own custom coded stock screeners to like look for certain parameters on stocks to figure out like what we're looking at. A lot of that's fed. Like Austin and Lee, they do tons of their own research, but we also feed them information. I myself also send some to the guys for them to look at, and um, so that's kind of like what a stock screener is, and it's pretty easy to use, but it also can be complex to do it the right way. But you could say, hey, pre-market, what's going on? Let me click on stocks pre-market, and then it'll give you like most active stocks and gainers and losers and all that kind of good stuff if you're up early in the morning. Um, and ETFs and commodities, currencies, funds. So, a lot of this stuff I don't even use. I'll use the indices, stock information. I'll take a look at some ETFs, but for the most part, that's just easy. Insights is if you're premium, don't need to be premium. News, which is really cool on the app because it's really easy to use on the app. Because you could just go like on the app especially and just be like, I want news about the stock market. What's going on in the stock market, right? Just so I have a pulse of what's going on in the world in looking at what I'm researching, and I want to be on the pulse. So this is a great place. Um, and then you can actually get like regular news and latest news and economic indicators, all that stuff. For the most part, I'm usually doing stock market analysis. There's different, and now I take no, I don't take anal. I take analysts
Oh boy.
with a grain of salt. Anything an analyst says, I take with a grain of salt. Shut up, Neil and Booster. So funny. So like this person is saying, is the Nasdaq about to fall 25%? Blah blah blah. Like I take analyst ratings on stocks and stuff like that. Even if it's Bank of America, I take it with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, they don't really know. It's all calculated, and a lot of times the majority of these institutions or groups or whatever, they have a motive, right? They want a stock to go up or down, so they might be actually trying to influence a stock. So, when you see, oh, upgraded to this price or whatever, yeah, it's cool if you were in it and you wanted to go there, but I take it with a grain of salt. Um, that being said, there are legitimate good analysts out there. Uh, Charts. Okay, let's go into charts. So let's just type a stock in here. Oh, there's already some here. Let's go with Apple. Okay. Now, this is really not a chart that's going to help you very much. So let's go to streaming charts so we get live time. Close this video. Let's just go with a 5-minute chart. Let's go candlesticks. Let's add some indicators on here. So let's put on some Bollinger Bands. And let's put something easy on here called Super Trend. And let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay. So this is a 5-minute chart, right? Now that I have it set, I can go here, I can save my settings. I can load settings that I previously have, right? So let's take one here. Let's go Cody, right? And now I have all my settings saved on here. Zoom out a little bit, not much volume on it, right? But now that I have my settings, I actually had to change to BBXV. And let's just go back to Apple. Because I have my settings on it, I can just put in another stock and my settings stay there. It's great. So this is something really easy, and again, I don't want to get into too much detail, but so you see this line right here, it's red and then it turns green, and then and then it does all this and then it goes red. This is a super trend line. This is a simple indicator. So whenever super trend is red, that means there's selling pressure or downward trend, I should say. And whenever the line is green, that means there's upward pressure, buying pressure, upward momentum. Now, it's not a science, it's not perfect, but for new people, this is great to get a feel when you're learning other indicators with all the other indicators there are. And I probably have like, I don't know, 3 times more than these. on my platform. When you start to like figure out like what indicators do what and you learn them, you can see if they correlate with the super trend. Now, super trend isn't going to give you exact, but it gives you a feel. So, for example, it was green here. There was upward momentum, right? And it's below the price of the candlesticks, right? So it was upward momentum, and it went up, went up, went up, went up from 690, right? And then all of a sudden, the super trend line shot up and shot down, red, reversed. It's above the price, and you notice as soon as it shot up, it sensed that the technicals of this downward selling pressure, right? And that's why it shot up right away, and it continued to go down. And like you could have thought, hey, it's down here and it's going up. Maybe it's reversing. Well, the super trend line told you that there was still downward pressure or something holding it down or selling, right? And again, this is very basic and it's not always correct, but you get a feel, right? And you could have thought it was going up here on the 5 minute chart, but the super trend was saying
Hmm.
right? And then you see the stock drop down to here, right? And then it started getting a little support, some money flow in on and buying and price wise and price action. And as soon as it confirmed it, you see right here it changed to green, shot down under the price, and it shot up, right? And then it continued with support, and then it saw something it didn't like, and it went up, shot up red, and you see the price went down, and then it started building again, and it said, okay, I like it. It went back to green, and you saw it build, and it just consolidated a little bit here, and then started building, 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 and it's currently still showing as it has uh, a good momentum. So again, super trend is like never perfect, but especially for new traders, it's a great one to kind of just get a feel for the flow and to see how it's going. You know, and you can zoom out, zoom in, you could, adjust it. So it's a great little thing. Now let's say, I don't have that much screen space, whatever the case may be. I want to go to, I want to be able to have more stocks on the screen, more charts on the screen. So you literally can just go like this over here and pick these boxes to do different layouts. See, that's 4 charts right here, right? 6 charts right here, 8 charts right here. So I'll show you one right now. Here's one with 3. So I'll just click on that. And now let me just load one I have up here. Let's see, load chart. Quad, let's go with quad over here. So you click on it, close this, and then you can go full screen, get a little more action here. Okay. And so you see I have 4 there. And then I can go to quad 2. Here's another one I have loaded up, right? Okay, you can see this one has no volume on its candles, where this one has volume in and out. Occidental's got plenty of volume. Huge has very little volume, right? I'm gonna load up another one. Go quad 3. It's my own, I just saved these really quick for you guys. So now here's 4, right? So and then I say, well, I'm not playing this RA whatever anymore, right? So I could just click on this, and put in whatever, Boeing. Click on it, boom. I could change that one, right? And go to this one, click on it, and put in whatever. Let's put in Tesla. Okay, and then I say, okay, cool, I like it. I go here, I can save the chart so that next morning, I've got this set up. All right. So that is just some simple charting, just to kind of get a flow, a simple technical indicator. Obviously, this is the Bollinger Bands on the top and the bottom. You can see here in Apple. Let me zoom out a little bit. I mean, you can see they squeezed a little bit here, right? When it squeezed and then it shot up. I always look for a squeeze on the Bollinger Bands to see which way it's going to shoot up or down, hopefully, depending on what your position is. And that's that. So let's go add a full screen. So, they got some basic charting features here. I'm not a big fan of it. I like using my platform, but it's good to have a chart with some feel, right? And then within each one, there's, let's see, analysis and opinion. Let's just go like this. Let's pull up another stock. So I am logged in under Eddie, ConocoPhillips. So when you pull up a stock, also, there's a lot of information you can get here. So let's say I'm in the stock and I want to let people know that I want it to go up. So I can vote bullish, right? And then you can see the poll, how many people are bullish or bearish. And usually it's comments. So anyway, you pull up stock, there's news on the stock. You got some technical summary information here, little information on candlesticks that it's had, exchanges it's traded on that really doesn't matter. So you do have a plethora of information you pull from here, on each stock. Let's see. Let me pull this up again. Let's go. Oh, wait, let's see. Wow. Each stock has comments on them, so people can talk, see what people are saying about the stock and stuff like that, right? And there's I remember there's a little link, do it all. Let me see if I could find that. Just load up. Let's just load up streaming chart. Oh, here it is. Right here. Twitter CEO, he's so weird. All right. Quote me on that. So yeah, there's a window here because I pulled up ConocoPhillips and people talking about it, kind of chat. All right, sorry if I spent too much time on that. I hope that helped. On there, just continue on. This is where you can get technical analysis and pivot points and moving averages, and there's some really good stuff to peruse here. I'm using fancy words now. Peruse. Browse.
More commonly known as browse.
They got split calendars in here and IPO calendars here. So you can see the site has a ton of information. And let's go to portfolio now. This I like because I like the way it works. So I've created 2 portfolios in here, right? So basically what I've gone in is, all I did was say, I want to add a symbol. So let's just go with, give me a stock symbol.
There's your EVFM, your favorite stock, EVFM.
Oh, yeah. Give me another one.
SPAC?
Okay, I'll give you SPAC, right? So you just type in SPAC. Thank you, Genio. You click on it. Boom, there it is. So it's, oh, what just happened? Okay, that's not good. Let me pull up another one. So anyway, it goes in. I think I got SPAC on this one. Yeah, there's SPAC, right?
SPAC
and I know I went alphabetical. I didn't want to go alphabetical. I had it set a certain way.
Oh.
So every single one of these stocks I've hand entered, right? And created a watch list. And you can set up what you want. Currently, I just have it on last price, the name, the symbol, last price, extended hours. So when it changes, I just want to know it's open, it's high, it's low, what it's changed, and its volume. That's currently how I have it set. But you can add the bid and the ask, percentage change. So you can customize what columns you have here, okay? So if I want to take extended hours, take it away, apply, boom, it's gone. Let's go back, apply, and it's back. And then I've gone through, so to give you an idea, I have, I don't know, maybe 5 watch lists like this, and then I have probably another 300 on my main platform. I have a lot of watch lists, let's put it this way. Because I can't watch everything all at once, but I want to know if a stock goes down, or I want to know if a stock goes up, whether I want to buy, sell, add, whatever. I literally go into a stock, and I say, okay, let's go into Slack, or let's go into, actually, let me say, whatever. Let's just go into CYCF, right? Click on that little alarm. And I can say if the stock moves above whatever price, I can enter it, right? If the stock moves above 250, let me know. And I have it set in my settings that it's gonna email me, and it's gonna pop up on my phone, it's gonna pop up on my iWatch, it's gonna pop up on my computer screen, so I'm gonna know when this thing goes off, right? So create, done. But if I want to say, hey, notify me if the stock goes below 220, I want to know. Okay. So I've gone through, let's see, manage my alerts. Let's just pop this up. Manage my alerts. Click. So as you can see on this list of stocks, I've gone through every single one, and I've put alerts on every single one, right? Because I want to know if, stocks move, if Walmart goes below 130 or 130.76, or for whatever reason I put that on there on my notes, right? Or if Netflix drops below 450 or 400, or, you know, EBFM moves above 3, it's going to let me know. So that's great, right? So no matter where I am, I get a little alert on my phone, I get an alert on my desktop, I get an alert on my watch, and the reason why I get it on my phone is because I have the app downloaded. Okay, so you can see I got computer, phone, and email. I get an alert. I get an email also. So it's really cool, really important to help you. Now, my main platform, I can put alerts on also, which I do have alerts on there also. But I like to have it in both places because I've learned that some of them are slower than others sometimes. So this is really cool as to, it's really cool to have multiple places just to kind of back yourself up. Like I have so many computers. I don't have computer screens. I have computers. So like if one computer fails, I can go to another one, and also have the screen backup for the backup for the backup. Um,
So we will also let you do this kind of
and
things as
let's
well. The
see.
price above, price below, percentages. You can do news. If you want, if there's a certain strategy, like if it surpassed the 20-day moving average or went below it,
Okay, let's go back to
price
portfolio.
movement.
So you can have multiple portfolios, right? This I made it like the main portfolio, and this one is like baccarat, like the gambling portfolio. For me, even though it's really not. That's not what it is. It's just kind of thing that I do. Trying to think if there's anything. I think that's about it in here. And there's a lot more to explore. And it's great to have. Make sure you sign up for free, and also make sure that you download the app on your phone. Um, it's great because can we screen share on the phone?
Um,
You know,
I
I
tried.
never tried.
I never tried before.
All right, look into it,
I wouldn't even
and
know.
and obviously ask our technical wizard Laser to see if there's a way we could screen share our phones.
Screen share settings. Yeah, I'll ask him because I'm in the other live stream right now trying to figure it out. But I don't think there's an option for your phone. We can ask our tech expert later. Oh right, I went to the wrong stream.
Type it up in the live stream chat. No questions? I can see J WAG, JNEO Booster typing. Babies come from JWAG. They come from a bird called the stork, and they're dropped into chimneys from the sky.
Chimneys, isn't that?
Yeah, they drop the baby into a chimney, but they only do it when there's no fire burning, of course.
Oh, okay, like Santa.
I don't know. JWAG asked where babies come.
That's fair.
You can stop recording, Duck. We are
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, those watching
All
at
right, no
home,
questions.
make some
Oh
bread.
wait, no. Booster said he has a question.
Oh, we get one more question.
When setting alerts, I typically set my alerts a little before my target is hit, so you have a preference for when your alerts are set. Um, Give me an example. But I assume you're referring to like how you do these alerts. So give me an example. Give me a stock, what you bought it at, what your target is. Just type it in there, Booster. So I understand your question clearly, which I think I do, but I want to kind of give you like a quick, what I would do.
Like if his target's, yeah, like for instance 47, he'll maybe set it at 45 so you can kind of gauge what you
Okay.
need to do after that.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, what you're asking. Um, let's see. You guys still see my screen? Doc, can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I'm gonna buy SPAC here at 896, right? And I'm gonna first go in. Who can tell me for me, who has heard me talk or seen me type before, what is my number one priority when it comes to trading? This deserves a ticket.
Your bell didn't go off today. I didn't hear it in the background.
Oh, that's Austin's bell.
Oh, that was his.
My number one priority is not risk versus reward. When I go into a trade, what is my number one priority? Alex Hall, you give him a ticket. It's protecting my capital. Yes, JWAG, but you were second. He was close enough. Can you give him one also?
We got JWAG and Alex Hall.
Close enough. Preserving wealth is kind of like my number one thing is preserving my money, is protecting my money. That is first and foremost because protecting my profit is not my number one goal. My number one goal is protecting my money. Because if I protect my money, I will always have a chance to make profit. My number one goal when I first started trading is not making money. My end goal is to make money. But my goals are like, my goal is yes to make money, but my priorities are to learn, to do things the best way I can. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly protecting my capital, and and learning how to trade and trade better and do everything better, right? And the byproduct will be money. And with that being, that's so funny. But yes, limiting my risk. With that being said, when it's not just making money, it's also it's having a goal, right? So I kind of look at it like this: like I'm a solutions oriented person. If I walk into a casino and say I want to make money, probably gonna lose. If I take on trading and I say I just want to make money, I want Lambos, I want to be rich, I want to be whatever, I'm not gonna make money. For business in my life, my father's life, we've always said, and he's taught me, like, if I never worried about making money, I always worried about working hard. I was worried about doing the best I can do. And the byproduct was money, right? So if you guys focus on working hard, learning, growing, adding things to your toolbox, giving yourself a goal, and working towards that, coming up with solutions and, learning how to think outside the box and do things better in different ways and all that stuff, your byproduct will be money, but you have to have a goal. So because I'm solutions oriented, I say, okay, number one priority first and foremost, I got to protect my money.
Well, penny boys and gals of PBU, that is the end of that stream. Make sure to catch all of our Wednesday Power Hour streams. We have Fast Eddie and our alerter Big Quench on those. Those are really good to check out. Those are on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time Zone if you want to get more of Fast Eddie. I'll be having him come on a little bit more often, especially for the advanced PBU, so make sure you get your quizzes done so you can get in on those streams as well. And I hope that y'all make some bread.